Hey guys, welcome back to Noob's Journey through Norrath. I decided to take a different approach with this video. I'm not shooting and recording live, so I'm just kind of doing a commentary here. I found that it was kind of difficult to focus with what I wanted to say while, trying to not die. So I'd kind of get derailed a little bit on some of the things I wanted to talk about. So hopefully this works out a little bit better. You can see that we're just farming sand giants, kind of picking up where we left off. We were out here for a while, a couple days, and come to find out, you can get the glowing shield pretty easily. So, all the same, I was looking for one on auction and didn't see one, but it's okay because we got a lot of gear out of it. I mean, these guys dropped some decent Defiant stuff. I think it was simple Defiant and stuff like that. Ornate stuff mostly. It doesn't really matter, but yeah, either way, it was some pretty good stuff that I was able to use for alts and our main characters. And that's one thing, I have a lot of alts. I kind of have a fascination with just playing everything that I can. Actually, I had an idea to make a video about all my alts, kind of like throw down some music that I thought was fitting for it and just show all of my alts. We've made so far trolls. I made a shadow knight, she made a shaman, and we're all the way up to level 18 on them. What else did we make? Let's see, I made a beast lord, of a sheer beast lord, because we went gold, so we unlocked everything. A froglock wizard, and yeah, just haven't really gotten them too far, but on EQOA we kind of had a problem with we called it altaholics on there. That's kind of what's going on now. So we just we're just the kind of people who like to experience as much of the game as we can, and I had a lot of different classes on EQOA that I'm really fond of, so I kind of want to I want to just kind of bring them back to life, so to speak. But yeah, we've been having a pretty good time, and everybody's been really friendly. I know I've said it before, but the community's been great, just absolutely great. Everybody, anytime we ask a question, is just right on top of it. And as a matter of fact, I get like 10 tells with people trying to tell me, what to do, and hey, by the way, do you need a guild and stuff like that. And so it's just really friendly people, and just asking a question, you can end up in a conversation with someone for hours. I ended up talking to somebody is on my friends list now that we were talking about pets and stuff, politics, all sorts of shit. And that's just one of the cool things about the game, is that you don't really have that in other games, at least not intelligent conversation. Most people don't talk about politics and stuff like that. And we got our general chat whores and our trolls and stuff like that, but even those guys are pretty decent. Like, nobody swears. I don't ever see any swearing. Nobody really gets nasty. It's just people are really chill and laid back, and if somebody does start to get mad, everybody just kind of comes in and is like, hey, calm down, you mad, bro, kind of thing, and it settles down. So yeah, I can't say enough about the community. Great community. I've had people offering to power level us and everything. People have commented that have seen the video and happen to be on this server, like, anytime you guys want help, just let me know. So yeah, if you're one of those people, thank you. You guys have been great and really inviting, and it's just been a great overall experience for us. But yeah, with that said, I've decided to bring these out, space it out a little bit more in between, because I realized that I was bringing them out rather rapidly. One of them's like 2 days after the other, or 3 days after the other, and 5 days. Something like that, just really quick, and I think I'm just going to make it a once a month thing, or, a couple weeks at least. Because, people they're not really waiting for the next one. It's just all right there, just kind of crammed down their throat. And for the people that are that are watching now and that are subscribed, it just kind of gives them, I don't know, maybe something to look forward to. I just, yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna space it out a little bit more because at first I was really excited to bring everything out quick, but as you start going up through the levels, it's harder to get those key points because I don't really want this to be a let's play. That's not really what it's about. It's more like about the key highlights, like right here where we got our shields. We actually got 2 of them to drop pretty rapidly. Within an hour of each other. I was very shocked when I saw 2 of them drop real fast. Because the day before we were out there for like 12 hours and we didn't get shit. So when that happened, we were really excited about it. But yeah, we've moved on well past this. We're all the way up to level 52 now. And as you can see here, we went up to the Great Divide just to kind of get a little change of scenery. I'm not certain if this is a hot zone, and hot zones are cool because you get more XP for being there, but it kind of discourages people from going back and playing the old world zones, and that's just really disappointing to me because those are some of my favorite zones. Obviously from EQOA all we had was Antonica and Otis and some of the plains, so you know those old world zones were a major part of the game. And I went to Lava Storm. It's getting a little bit off subject, but hey, whatever. I went to Lava Storm and Planar Disease, and I was just shocked at the fact that they're not like raid zones. I went in real cautiously thinking a light blue is going to be able to wipe out a group, because that's how it was in EQOA. You went to Lava Storm and you know, light blues would be killing you. Same thing with Planar Disease. I think we had an incident with a light blue cockroach wiping out like 3 or 4 of us, and we're like, what the hell? And it turns out they kept them that way so people could charm them or something, and we had no idea. We just got wiped out. And it's kind of strange for me to go into those zones and see that they're not raid areas. You know, there might be raid bosses in there. I don't know. I haven't explored them thoroughly enough to tell you, but we just, you know, we've been having a good time and checking out some of them older zones, and I want to get some footage of that. I actually made a dwarf paladin, and my intentions were to just turn the graphics down back to the way they were back in the day. Well, you know, the environments are, you can't really go back fully, but you could get the character models. So I did that, and I didn't hire a merc, and I started in Kaladin. So I went out, and it didn't really go too well. I put it at the end of the video. I thought it would be funny to add, you know, a couple of clips and add a little bit of humor. So that's at the end of the video. And you can see we just kind of jumped ahead. I had to cut a lot of footage out of there. It's just really monotonous stuff. I was told by somebody to come out here, one of the people who views the channel. He's like, you know, you can see it in the comments section on my, I believe it was my last video, one of the videos, where he said, if you want to get some nostalgia, you know, go out here. I think it was South Corona connecting to North, and you can see the spires out in the distance, and I didn't quite recognize it at first. You'll notice I say to my wife at a point coming up, I don't think we had this in EQOA, and she's like, yes we did. She said just outside of Forkwatch we had this, and it hit me. I was like, oh shit, nostalgia. I know exactly where I am right now, and I went down and checked out the bridge, and I'm like, oh wow, this is just really awesome. So for the EQOA crowd, I wanted you guys to see this, and anybody who can recommend any areas, if you have knowledge of EQOA about areas like this, let me know, because I think it's really important. Like I said, because I want this to be kind of like a comparison video between the two. I kind of hope to get people into this game. You know, it is hardcore, you know, but not any more hardcore than EQOA was. It's just got a little bit more of a learning curve to it. When I first started EQOA, the learning curve was pretty massive. Just trying to find your way out of the zone. Your starting city was rough, but here you can see these are well, I don't want to call them little, but the spires that were just outside of Forkwatch, and between Forkwatch and Dark Solace. I don't believe they have Forkwatch and Dark Solace, but that's alright, because as soon as I seen this, I was just like, oh my god. well, like I said, I didn't notice right away. She told me about it, and I was like, I think they got something like this outside of um, Keynotes or something. I think they had it in EverQuest too, but I wasn't certain. I actually got back into that a little bit too, because I've got a guild on that I started on EverQuest too, and I feel bad because I just kind of lost interest, and my machine wasn't running it too well. She can't run it at all, so that really kills it. But I do want to be a little bit more active for those guys, but it's tough because you know how these MMOs are. I mean, they take a lot of time, and if you let them, they just kind of take over your life. So I'm trying to balance my time. I noticed right there, like, it looks like the zone lines, if you look down at the ground, those were the zone lines that differentiated zones for us in EQOA. You didn't load. You just had those little lines, and that would tell you, oh, okay, well, you're in the next quadrant. And if you ran over that line, that's when the mob would just lose interest and turn around. I believe. Don't quote me, because like I said, it's been a while, man. But this one isn't as long as my other videos. I kept it a little bit shorter. But yeah, like I said, any videos that you guys want to see, just let me know. Drop it down in the comments section, because I really do like to read what you guys have to say. And we don't know a lot of the zones from EverQuest 1, so we don't really necessarily have the same nostalgic feelings as a lot of the original EQ crowd, because we weren't part of the game until now, unfortunately. We're trying to make up for lost time the best that we can. I wanted to go through and make it about these characters specifically, but as I'm going along, I'm starting to think maybe throwing in the alts is a good idea, because it's really about the journey more than it is about character development. But again, what do you guys think? Should we stick to these characters, or do you think we should, do whatever, as long as we get the full feeling of Norrath and explore as much of it as possible? Let me know. But yeah, it's just that's about it. There's not really much else to say, except I got a little clip coming up I thought was pretty funny. Hopefully it's not corny or anything. Whenever you add clips like this, you gotta be careful to put copyrights down, so you don't get your videos shut down. I'm always afraid to use segments and clips from say like movies and things like that, or sound bits, because you just don't know if YouTube is gonna be like, nope, and just shut the video down. And in some instances, I've heard of them actually taking the channel down, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoy this bit, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.
Chez-moi, ethos. Chez-moi, portos. Chez-moi, Pepe. Le yoid.